If Mikael Backlund's not your captain, he's not on this team.
No, he's in the last year of his deal. He's here.
Yeah, but he got the deal and the C. If he doesn't have the C, he's probably hurt. I'm not trying to be mean.
I know.
I don't think Mikael Backlund's on your team if he's not your captain.
Okay, that's fair.
And so that changes the whole scope of things. So how do I know?
We don't. And this is the challenge with captaincy, because it's like, we're told that was the guy the room wanted. That was the guy that Connie wanted. That's the guy that the coach wanted. That it was nearly unanimous that was their captain, and we're not in that room. So is that hogwash? I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, but then I love debate. You know that.
I do too.
So, okay.
Really?
Great.
Newsflash.
He was the guy this team wanted. What's the personality of this team?
I don't know. This year, last year, same team.
Because
different
the
results.
guys, great, they chose Backlund. That doesn't mean he's the go through the ends of the earth to lead you to Stanley Cup stardom.
No, and this team is not in the Stanley Cup window.
Right? Like, I'll tell you who's Steve Montador, hard-ass, hard-nosed Robert. They aren't choosing him.
Yeah. It's a role player. And that's
and
what
it's not a
become.
shot. I get what you're saying. It's the guys that chose the cap. Okay. What kind of guys you got in that room?
Well, but here's the thing. It's the same group of guys that had 96 points last year. So if you're willing to say this is on back in last year, do you not have to give him credit for last year? Like, this is the same leadership group. It's probably 20 of the same 23 guys, and the results are markedly different.
He just signed a 2-year. Did he just sign a 2-year put your feet up contract, retirement contract?
Yeah.
You're goddamn right he did. And what happens when guys get that? This is going to turn into me bashing Backlund. What the F's he done to help this team win in the playoffs?
He was their best forward against Edmonton, but that was a tough viewing.
So 5 fucking games, and we're going to give him a pass
the
for a
farthest
career?
they've been in the playoffs.
Pull up Mikael Backlund's playoff games. I mean, to me, it's so idiotic that we have to even have this conversation. If you're the leader of a team, your fucking team should make the playoffs.
This team's not good enough to make the playoffs.
Well,
so whoever gets to see, if it's someone else, like, are they?
So was Jerome McGinley's team good enough? Because Jerome McGinley made a difference every game and won us playoff games.
Well, I mean, not for the last 4 years.
It's kind of it's kind of whatever you envision.
It's an easy. Ole Jokinen was a captain in Florida.
Yeah, that wasn't going to work.
So we're not. So you want and need a captain, but we can't have any expectation that captain is supposed to make us better. Is that the interpretation?
No, but I think to say if you're a captain of a team, you should get in the playoffs. Like, well, there's 16 bad captains. Like, I don't really believe that. Like, it's a tough tournament to get into. This roster's not talented enough. I don't care.
How many years?
They're not getting in.
How many years has Mikael Backlund been here? Again, I'm bashing.
Been here since you were playing.
I'm just mad at him.
Was it 06 he got drafted?
Can you find it, Jack? If there's up there, how many
games? He has 42 games played, 22 points.
Say that again.
42.
In how many years?
Points.
15.
Well, again, there was lots of other captains around there. It's only been the last 2 years he's been the captain.
So you can only play good hockey. If
no. I'm just saying, like, Johnny Gaudreau, Sean Monahan, Elias Lindholm, Mark Giordano, Rasmus Anderson, and Noah Hannafin all had very underwhelming playoff performances here. They did not play up to who they were. And in the farthest they've gone in the last 10 years, it was Backlund, Mangiapane, Coleman that was the line that actually got some shit done. And they had to play against McDavid most of the night. Like, they didn't win that series. They lost. But, like, I'm not going to go hang playoff failures on the one line that was actually good in the playoffs 3 years ago.
Jesus Christ. You're such an idiot on this opponent. It's not that. It's the course of the career. It's if you're a really good captain and lead all the, shouldn't there be more than 42 games? Like, if you're the figurehead, yes, he's only been captain for a couple of years. Does that give him an excuse for not having success in other years?
Well, I would just
pushing his team to get better. Like, so why are you captain if you're not leading your team to?
He's only been captain
better
when
results.
They haven't been good enough. And to be fair, like, they just haven't had playoff rosters. And look, Jerome was a great captain. There was a lot of years where that team wasn't playing many playoff games at the end.
But there was no doubt.
He was their best player. He was their best player. Yeah.
But he was your captain.
Yeah, 100%.
There was never a doubt.
Correct. And you can doubt whether Backlund's the captain or not, but I don't care who's captain here. They're not good enough.
I actually don't care who's captain.
Like, they're not good enough. If Uyghur's the captain, if Anderson's the captain, I'm sorry, they still can't score.
You're probably right. And we're talking too much about the captaincy, and it's irrelevant.
Like, has he had a bad start? Yes, he has. Has Rasmus had a bad start?
But
Yes,
it does matter because Brian Skrudland was our captain in Florida. Guess what the expectation was? You worked your ass off and you'd go through that wall every game.
Yeah.
There was no, and why was it that way?
Because Brian made it
Because Brian Skrudland made it that way and he demanded it of everyone else.
So what you just talked about was what this team looked like last year under Backlund. They worked their bleeping tails off. They laid almost no eggs all year over 82.
I would call that a one-off as opposed to a standard.
But we only have a 2-year sample to look at as captain.
You can be a leader without having a letter on you.
100%. And I think that's what we saw with Weegar last night. Like, here's how I think things play out. Like, we're seeing decline in guys at age 35, 36. That's incredibly normal. Everyone should see this coming. Weegar is the next captain of this club unless he says, get me the hell out of here. And at some point in the next 2 years, Mikael Backlund says, I can't be the captain, but I'm the fourth line center. And that's where it's going to end up. Like, that's what happened with Connie and Jerome. And,
that's an odd thing to have happen. And that's a different thing because Craig Conroy recognized that Jerome was the captain of the team. And he was how old? 27?
Yeah.
And a superstar Hall of Famer. And so you're telling me that Backlund's going to go, hey, Weegs, have the C?
If it continues to go this way, I think that's where it's going to happen. It might not be his choice. Like when John Tavares gave the C to Austin Matthews, very different caliber player. I get it. But it was just an acknowledgement that, like, this isn't my group anymore. And there isn't a young, just hang on. No. There isn't a young star here that is like, that's our captain. Like if you draft McKenna and he's 22 in 4 years, go ahead and put a letter on that guy for 15 years. Like who in the world is a good NHL captain on this roster?
I'm waiting to see.
See, and
there is
I'll say this is whether it's a Backlund bash or whatever, that's the big part is you talk culture. When you have to, well, he might be the captain, or could he be the captain?
Then you don't have one.
Then you don't have one.
And that's kind of what Darryl said, but the fellas didn't like not having a captain. And when Darryl was here that year, everything was a mess. And there's a lot of people with blood on their hands. He's one. He's not the only reason. But, like, I think this team from management to coaching to the room wanted a C on someone's jersey, and so they did it. What happens when you don't have a captain that's good enough to be a captain in 25 other markets? And you want a captain. Well, here you are.
Yeah, it's not about the captain. It's about the fact that the team's not quite there. Really.
It's if we're being honest, like
I think
they're so far away right now. They're so far away.
I got a caveat.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
I think if he was a little more hard-nosed of a captain, the team could be a little bit
more of a Foligno, less of a Backlund.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with that. Because then at least you're like, he's setting a physical tone of sorts. And that's why I think Weegar, you could say, could be that guy as soon as whenever, next season, the year after, because at least you know you're getting everything he has. Does he make mistakes? Yes. Does he hate to lose? Yeah, he does. Does he go balls out all the time? He does. Does he throw his body in harm's way at any cost? Yeah, he does. Is he a superstar? No, they don't have any.
Yeah.
And you can't make your goalie captain. The only time we've seen it in recent history is like
it's real good.
They really needed to sign Luongo. They gave it to him for a year, and they're like, "Trick, yeah, that's not going to work for a goalie. It never works for a goalie."
Yeah, I love it.
The reason you can't make goalie captain is what we just saw with Wolf. How do you even do post game scrum? It's like, well, if I talk about the offense, I'm criticizing my teammates. If I just talk about me, I'm being self. Like you can't answer that question.
Now I feel bad because I think people are going to guarantee I'm a jerk for banking. Shots.
These are conversations that everyone's having in this market.
And honestly, mostly, I just want to argue with him.
I know. He makes it,
But I think you have really good points. It's just when you're left with this roster, what in the world do you do?
I'm going to say the last thing about this. It pisses me off. Those kick your feet up contracts. I think they're bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't care how much it is. We signed a guy and he's building a retirement home out in Bearspaw or wherever the hell. No.
That was the Brouwer deal.
I'll tell you,
and building a house, and it didn't go well.
At some point, I guess or whatever would just stop bringing it up. That's why I don't know why the extension for Backlund was necessary.
I agree.
If his play, if what we're seeing, I don't think it can be this bad all year. But if the decline is on to the rate that it looks like it is,
incredible rate.
You get to the end of the season, you've been an unbelievable flame, a career flame.
Moving upstairs,
Maybe you sign somewhere for another year, but you'll always be a flame. We'll be happy to bring you home. All that sort of thing.
It shouldn't have been front burner.
But now you got 2 more years after this, and the C's on.
It becomes awkward.
It's going to be an awkward situation at some point.
I won't fight you on that at all.
Hey, buddies. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Also, if you could throw in a like and subscribe, it does help us out with what it is we are doing. And check out more at flamesnation.ca.